Today we are all here today to remember and celebrate the wonderful life of Jake Klein, who was taken from much too soon. But one thing is for sure, God has a plan for him. Today we'll be touching on remembering some of his most memorable memories, hearing a story from one of his closest friends, and we'll talk about Jake's job, something he cherished very much. I'm sure almost everyone here was at Jake's graduation. Yes, who could forget that? Jake walked across that stage with the biggest smile on his face. He's done it. He finished high school, and that smile showed just how excited he really was to start his life in the real world. As he started walking across the stage, his shoe slid out on the stage and he completely ate it. He looked like he was ready to conquer the world, but after his tumble, he turned into a tomato on that stage. It was hilarious. Another thing we'll never forget about Jake is how clumsy he was. As many of you may or not recall, Jake broke his nose on 4 separate occasions, and he always joked how he's looking like Pinocchio more and more so. The third time it happened was at a basketball game. He was running up the court with the ball and no defender on him, and still somehow managed to fall flat on his face, only to look up with a full face of blood. Funny part was, once he saw his face, he started laughing out of pure embarrassment. I guess he was used to it by now. Whether Jake was unlucky or just flat out clumsy, he did have some pretty memorable falls, but his good attitude and humor will stay with us forever. Next, we'll hear some about memories from one of his closest friends who will remember him best. What he shared was really delightful, but funny as well. It really makes you remember for the great person he was. First story was shared by Jimmy Milton, who I'm sure most of you know how close he was to Jake since they were young. These words are from an email from Jimmy speaking about a memory he was from when they were about 12. Back when they were 12, they played soccer together. The team was very good. They won state 3 years in a row and almost made it to nationals, but came 2 games short. Jake was an honest man and had a lot of pride in always speaking the truth. They were in the semifinals, and Jake had a one-on-one breakaway, just him and the goalie. Jimmy was playing midfield at the time, so he had a perfect angle watching Jake run towards the goal. The goalie came off his line and ran towards Jake, so Jake quickly tried to get off a shot. The goalie dove for the ball right as Jake got a shot off. Jake fell over, and the goalie made contact with him, and his shot went wide of goal. Then out of nowhere, we hit our whistle. Jake was awarded a penalty for the goalie making contact with him. The other team was furious, barking at the ref. And while all this was going on, Jimmy watched Jake go and pick up the ball and walked to the goalie. After that, he talked to the ref and the penalty was withdrawn. Jimmy couldn't believe what he just saw. They ended up winning the game, and afterwards, Jimmy asked Jake why he did that. Jake's response, "Dude, we were already up 6 and he didn't even touch me." This story, although a bit goofy, shows even from early on, Jake believed in truth and didn't want things he didn't deserve, even if it was a penalty kick in soccer. A lot of you are also aware, Jake loved kids. He worked as a supervisor at a summer's camp. Parents who had to work during the day when school was out for the summer dropped their kids off at this camp. Jake was promoted after only 3 years of experience to one of 7 supervisors, which he always ranted how much he loved. Day in and day out, Jake would tell stories about random things like tying kids' shoe, going on field trips, or even wiping pudding off a little guy's face. Jake would have made an incredible father if he were still here with us, but let's not ever forget how much that job meant to him and how much he truly enjoyed it. Hopefully some of these memories help remember Jake for the great person he was, whether it was him falling on stage, slipping and sliding, or how much he loved his job. Obviously, all of us here have our own memories of him, and he will forever live on in our hearts. These are obviously the toughest of times, but hey, let's smile for Jake.